And now it's time for my Looney Tunes collection. And as you probably noticed, I'm going to be redoing my DVD collection as well, beginning with my Looney Tunes collection video. If you saw my last video, probably about a year ago, or probably a few months back, when I did my Looney Tunes DVD collection as well as the other ones, I just did the whole thing for like 2 hours. But it's a long video, but it took too long to make a video on YouTube, so I decided to break into groups right now. We're going to be doing the Golden Collection first. The next one we'll be doing is the Spotlight Collection DVDs. And then the other video I'm talking about is the Looney Tunes Superstars series, which will be in the next video, and another video. And of course, some other Looney Tunes related DVDs that I showed you in one of those stuff that I got in my previous update videos. So, without further ado, I'm going to present my Looney Tunes DVD collection. We're going to start right off with none other than the Golden Collection. And this is also going to be a video response to this old channel like Sitco23 about the Looney Tunes Golden Collections Volumes 1 through 6, the full video. I'm going to be showing it to you right now. So I'm going to show you my Looney Tunes Golden Collection video. So hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's start this now from scratch here. First up, I'm going to be showing you is Volume 1 of the Golden Collection DVD. And this is a very, very good DVD from the start. And this was released around 2003, 2004. After the release of Looney Tunes Back in Action, they started promoting the release of this. But this is a very good collection of all the great characters you know and love. This is a very excellent collection of sets, fully restored, completely uncut, and tonally Looney. And it has 28 of the shorts in this collection are also included in the Looney Tunes Premiere Collection / Spotlight Collection Volume 1. And it's got some bonus features in there. They're included were Greetings from Chuck Jones, commentary and behind-the-scenes featurettes with animators and historians profiling particular cartoons, characters, and creators, extensive musical documentaries of the talent of Termite Terrace, lost cartoons and the history of the Looney Tunes, music-only tracks on select shorts, with excerpts from the original primetime Bugs Bunny show and the Rascally Rabbits or Wascally Rabbits live-action movies and documentary tributes, and also from the vault, galleries, and still pencil tests and schematics, language, and of course some subtitles as well. This is from probably around that time, 2003, 2004. Yeah, I believe it was 2003. I think it's actually a great addition to your collection. For those of you who've been watching this video, so it's very good collection. Got this one and these are all the cartoons are included in this Golden Collection set. So I'm just going to show it to you right now. These are all the cartoons that are included were the following cartoons. These are all I grew up watching this on television as a kid. And this is one includes there. The Best of Bugs Bunny includes Baseball Bugs, Rabbit Seasoning. I remember this was from a cartoon. I actually love this. It's part of a TV special called The Wabbit Turns 50, hosted by Leonard Maltin. It was on Channel 9 back around 1990 when they showed this one. Long-Haired Hair, High Diving Hair, Bully for Bugs, What's Up Doc. That has no relation to the title of the movie. Remember Barbra Streisand made a movie called What's Up Doc? That's also from 72. I think that was Barbra Streisand. I never saw the one with Barbra Streisand. It's a great cartoon. Rabbitskin, Water Every Hair, Big House Bunny, Big Top Bunny, My Bunny Lies Over the Sea, Wabbit Twubble. It's from 1941. And of course, Ballad Box Bunny and The Rabbit of Seville. Great, awesome cartoon. I also remember Wabbit Twubble is also in the Wabbit Turns 50 television special, shown on Channel 9, back around 1990. Those are all the bonus features. Greetings from Chuck Jones, Vintage Documentary, Camera 3, The Boys from Termite Terrace Part 1, Behind the Tunes, Bugs, The Rabbit for All Seasoning, The Short Fuse Shootout, The Small Tale of Yosemite Sam, Forever Befuddled, bonus cartoon, Blooper Bunny, the Bugs Bunny's 51st anniversary, with also an optional commentary by filmmaker Greg Ford. Bugs Bunny at the Movies, excerpt My Dream Is Yours, which I've never seen the whole movie, but I didn't see A Dream Is Yours. It was featured on the DVD release of The Essential Bugs Bunny, which came out last year. I never saw the entire. I didn't never seen A Dream Is Yours in its entirety. I wish if there's out there maybe someday if TCM or Turner Classic Movies should air this one in its entirety. I hope someday I will get the DVD. Two Guys from Texas, that also has an excerpt from that. That one I had never saw its entirety. The Bugs Bunny Show from the Bugs Bunny Show and then The Vaults, A Star Is Born. Bridging Sequence, Astronauts audio recording sessions with Mel Blanc. Trailer Galleries, Bugs Bunny's Cartoon Festival that has a trailer for it, and Bugs Bunny's Cartoon Jamboree in Stills Gallery. Disc number 2 has the best of Daffy and Porky. Yep. This one you can see. It's two of the great comedic cartoon teams like Laurel and Hardy and Abbott and Costello. And Felix and Oscar from The Odd Couple. Well, I have to be exact. First was Duck Amuck, a classic that was featured in the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Dough for a Doo-Doo, which is a remake of of Porky and Wacky Land from 1938. Drip Along Daffy, Scaredy Cat, The Ducksters, Scarlet Pumpernickel, which is a great cartoon with an all-star cast. Yankee Doodle Daffy. I also have this on VHS, which is also a public domain. This is a great digitally remastered version, and it's also still in the public domain. Porky Chops, Wearing of the Grin, The Deuce You Say, Boobs in the Woods. There's no relation to the porno title. Golden Yeggs. There's no relation to the screen song short, which is Golden Yeggs. Rabbit Fire. Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. This is one of the greatest cartoons. It's a great cartoon. I always like this. We'll watch that because I gotta watch this because the Halloweens are over, and it's definitely featured. And this one's also included in part of the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. These are also the bonus features. Camera 3, The Boys from Termite Terrace, the second half of the special. Behind the Tunes, featurette, Hard Luck Duck, Porky Pig Roast, a tribute to the world's most famous ham, and Animal Quackers. And Disc 3 also includes the following cartoons. Elmer's Candid Camera, Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears, Fast and Furious, the very first Roadrunner cartoon ever made, Hair Raising Hair, one it was featured in Bugs Bunny Superstar, and that's a good one. Awful Orphan, Hair Devil Hair for Sentimental Reasons with Pepe Le Pew, Frigid Hair, The Hippocratic Cat, it's a very good, excellent cartoon. Baton Bunny, Feed the Kitty, Don't Give Up the Sheep, Bugs Bunny Gets the Boy. I actually remember this one. It's featured as part of Channel 9's Wabbit Turns 50 television special. Tortoise Wins by a Hair. And then there's also some other... and this is also has another documentary, Toonheads, The Lost Cartoons. And then also the new Behind the Tunes, featurette, Too Fast, Too Furious, Merry Melodies, Carl Stalling and Cartoon Music, Blank's Expressions, and then from the Vault, Hair Raising Hair, Schematics, and Hippocratic Cat Schematics in Stills Gallery. And here's actually the fourth disc. Do I see the fourth disc? This one's included, the Looney Tunes All-Stars. Oh, Disc 3 also has Looney Tunes All-Stars, and Disc 4 has more of Looney Tunes All-Stars. Canary Row with Tweety and Sylvester, Bunker Hill Bunny, Kit for Cat, Putty Tat Trouble, Bugs and Thugs, Can't Feud, Lumberjerks, Speedy Gonzales, Tweety's SOS, The Foghorn Leghorn, the Daffy Duck Hunt, Easy to Bet, Broken Leghorn, and Devil May Hair. All this included in this collection. These are all 56 original, restored, uncut anime shorts. Includes also are the bonus features. Imprevent Investigation, Imagination, The Golden Age of Looney Tunes, Behind the Tunes, the featurettes, Needy for Greedy, Putty Problems and Canary Rose, Southern Pride Chicken, From the Vault, Bosco the Talking 8 Kid, and Virgil Voss's Pencil Test, and the Stills Gallery. And you can see here are the discs. Here are the 4 discs are included in here were the following: Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil, and Tweety Bird. Yeah, you heard Tweety Bird. Yeah. And these were all excellent sets. I recommend this one because it's a great DVD to add it to your collection. It's a great DVD to have. The first volume in the Golden Collection. So there you go. My first ever volume of the Golden Collection. Now to the next one. Here we have is volume 2 of the Golden Collection. Has 4 more. It's a 4-disc DVD collection. Has 60 more of the greatest cartoons. And you can see here it is. It says Rampant Looniness, fully restored and completely uncut. I first got this one back in 2005, and it took me about 4 years to complete the set. So I'm going to show it to you right now. And here's the back to show you the whole stills from previous cartoons. Plus, it's got some bonus features. It has a lot of good extras here. Includes commentaries and behind-the-scenes featurettes, animators, and all the stuff that was on there. But I'm going to go into detail here. Yep, it has that little die-cut circle on there. This is the only Golden Collection release that had this die-cut circle. And you can see the characters are all inside there. Yeah, but you can see in Volume 1 it has memorable quotes. You can see all these are memorable quotes are also on there, but I forgot to give you the last one. It has exhilarating extras and everlasting memories. Yeah, these are all the quotes from previous cartoons you've seen, remember, and known and loved so much. Well, I'm not going to go say it in the description here. And the back I'm showing you, it says delightful bonuses, Looney Ticks treasure trove. These are lots of great memorable moments. Yeah, this one, these phrases know their moments, but it's very entertaining. But it's a great moments from the Looney Tunes past. Let's see what's on disc 1. It features the Big Snooze, great cartoon. Broomstick Bunny, Bugs Bunny Rides Again. Bugs Bunny Hugged, French Rabbit, Gorilla My Dreams, which is a good cartoon. The Hairbrain Hypnotist. I actually remember this cartoon back in the day. Hair Conditioned. The Heckling Hare. This is an excellent cartoon, but yeah, it's an entertaining cartoon, but it's pretty good. It's one of the last cartoons for Tex Avery as Bugs Bunny before he left the studio for MGM to produce more of these cartoons for MGM, including the Droopy cartoons. Little Red Riding Rabbit, Tortoise Beats Hare, to another one of these cartoons, also from Tex Avery. Rabbit Transit, Slick Hair. That's I remember. This one is from the Wabbit Turns 50 on Channel 9 back then. I remember this as a kid. Baby Buggy Bunny, Hide and Hair. Very good, excellent ones. I used to watch all of those Looney Tunes shorts as a kid. By the way, I'm just before we go any further, I used to watch all the Looney Tunes shorts. When I was a kid, I used to watch this back every time I used to watch. I was a kid until I grew up. I remember I used to watch it on Saturday mornings when all the cartoons, right before that DVD came out. Every single DVD release it came out. I actually remember I used to watch it on Saturday mornings. It brings back some memories of watching. I remember the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show, the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show, and some of the shows I remember I used to watch it was from Channel 5, one of the Metro Media-owned station, as well as WNEW TV, as well as WWOR TV. They used to air these cartoons as well. I also remember I used to watch TBS and TNT Cartoon Network right up until now. And thank goodness for the Looney Tunes show. It's aired on Cartoon Network right now. It's the new show. I just recommend that as well. So I don't like the people like Ben Rance. He didn't like Ben Ben the Looney on YouTube never liked the show or something if he didn't like it, but don't worry about it. I like the show very much. So, enough already. There's bonus features that includes Bugs Bunny's Looney Tunes All-Star 50th Anniversary part, the first half of it. I used to watch this back in 85, 86 when I was a kid. This was part of CBS. It's got interviews and a whole bunch of other stuff. I missed it. It's great to have it on DVD. This is actually the first half of the show, of the special. Behind the Tunes, the conversation with Tex Avery, the Bugs Bunny Show, Do or Die It, and of course, from the vault, Do or Die It, There's No Business Like Show Business. It has the bridging sequence and the audio recording session. Disc number 2 has Roadrunner and Friends. Includes all the great Roadrunner cartoons. Those are the ones I remember. I used to watch on the what was it? These are ones I used to watch as part of the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show, as well as when it first aired on television. It was back in the 60s when it was the Roadrunner show at the time. And these were all the cartoons that were on at the time. Beep Beep, Going Gosh, Zipping Along, Stop Looking Hasten, Ready Set Zoom, Guided Missile, Gee Whiz, Dare Day Go Go Go, Scramble Aches, Zoom and Board, Woe Be Gone, Cheese Chasers, The Dover Boys, Mouse Rectors, and Bear for Punishment. The 3 of the cartoons that are not featured the Roadrunner in there, because 4 of them are not featured the Roadrunner. 7 of them are featured in here because that's also included in there. Yeah, but even in the new Looney Tunes show, they have the CG Roadrunner cartoons. They're pretty entertaining. They're okay, but yeah, compared to the Pixar ones. But anyways, and then there's also a bonus feature has the TV pilot, the Adventures of the Roadrunner, behind the scenes. The Adventures of the Roadrunner was a pilot, but later became the Roadrunner show at the time when it first came out. Then behind the tunes. And then, of course, the featurette, Crash, Bang, and Boom, The Wild Sounds of Treg Brown, the opening sequence for the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. I usually grew up watching this as a kid, but it brings back some memories. And that This Is It song was a pretty memorable opening to the show. And there's also, Disc 3 has Tweety and Sylvester and Friends on Disc number 3. It features many of the Tweety and Sylvester shorts, including Bad Old Putty Tat, All a Bird, Room and Bird, Tweet Tweet Tweety, Gift Wrap, which is a Christmas cartoon. I also posted it on my other channel, the Doomon Holiday Net, which I don't want YouTube to get taken down because of copyright issues. I don't want YouTube to. I wish if they could stay up there on YouTube because I don't want it to take it down because of copyright issues. Ain't She Tweet, A Bird in a Guilty Cage, Snow Business, and Tweety Pie was also the first Tweety and Sylvester cartoon together, which won an Academy Award for the best short. Kitty Cornered, Baby Bottle, and of course, Kitty Cornered is also a good one, but the other one with Porky and Daffy was Baby Bottleneck, Old Glory, The Great Piggy Bank Robbery, Duck Soup to Nuts, and Porky and Wacky Land. It's a very excellent cartoon, if you know. It's kind of like a knockoff of Alice in Wonderland, to be exact. This is like Porky's version of Alice in Wonderland, which I think it's pretty good. Also, in the special features, it also has a bonus feature. The second half of the Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes All-Star 50th Anniversary TV special. Behind the Tunes, featurette, The Man from Wacky Land, The Art of Bob Clampett, The Porky Pig Show, and these are opening sequences. The Porky Pig Show, The Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show. Yep, these are all the shows I used to watch that as a kid. I know all of these. I remember the opening sequence of the Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show, both the 88 and 92 versions. I used to like that opening. When I was a kid, I used to watch that every Saturday morning. When I turn on Channel 7, I used to watch that. It was great. It brings back some memories for me to watch, and it looks back at the time. I used to watch that as well. And of course, I missed that. It's great to have this opening on DVD. Plus an all-new bonus short, The Daffy Duck for President. That's also included on the Essential Daffy Duck DVD, which I'll be showing that in the future. And there's also Disc 4. It has Looney Tunes All-Stars on stage and screen. It has Back Alley Uproar, which was a remake of the Porky Pig short from 1941 called Notes to You. It's a very good one. Book Review, Coney Concerto, which is also a public domain. This is a great remastered version of the Corny Concerto, and it's also still in the public domain. Have You Got Any Castles? That has the uncut version of that. The public domain version on VHS is the cut version, with just missing the ending here. But it's good to have Have You Got Any Castles? This is a complete and uncut version of that cartoon, and it's remastered, uncut, with the real ending, and it's also still in public domain, to be exact. Hollywood Steps Out, that's also the public domain cartoon. It's pretty good, remastered, very well done. I Love to Singa, Catnip College, The Hepcat, which was the first Looney Tunes short in color. The Three Little Bops, which is also featured in the Looney Bugs Bunny movie. One Froggy Evening, a classic one from 1955 with Michigan J. Frog, featured in the Bugs Bunny's third movie, 1001 Rabbit Tales. Rhapsody Rabbit, Showbiz Bugs, which is featured in the Looney Bugs Bunny movie. Stage Door cartoon. What's Opera Docs, a classic. And You Ought to Be in Pictures. It's just like the first and only cartoon to have Daffy and Porky's only cartoon done in both animation and live action, to be exact. And here's Behind the Tunes, featurettes. Looney Tunes Goes Hollywood, It Happened One Night, the story behind One Froggy Evening, Wagnerian Rabbit, The Making of What's Opera Doc. Vault rarities includes Orange Blossom for Violet, Singing in the Bathtub, and So Much So Little, the Oscar-winning short for the Oscar winner for the best documentary short subject. Yes, So Much So Little, and of course, Singing in the Bathtub was the very first cartoon to feature Bosco, the talking ink kid. Actually was on there, the Vault rarities. I don't know if anyone is on there, but. Here's the disc itself. Here's Bugs Bunny on disc number 1. Disc number 2 has Roadrunner. Disc number 3 has Tweety and Sylvester. And disc number 4 has Michigan J. Frog. And actually a great addition to your collection. Pretty good. There you have it. My 2005 release of the Golden Collection Volume 2. The next one I'm going to show you is coming up. Next is Volume 3 of the Golden Collection. It's a very, very good DVD. And this has never been seen before. But this is a very, very excellent DVD, and it's pretty good. These are all 60 of the cartoon shorts that are actually was included on there. But anyways, it says Restored, Remastered, Completely Uncut, and Uncensored Looniness, including some of home video debuts. It's got a whole bunch of bonus features in here, but this was also the first Looney Tunes Golden Collection DVD that says the Golden Collection Volume 3 is intended for adult collector and may not be suitable for children. This was the first DVD to have this, but the first 2 volumes didn't say that. And this one doesn't say Volume 2. The first 2 volumes of the Golden Collection does not say is intended for the adult collector and might not be suitable for children. It's not in there, but in the first 2 volumes. This is a very excellent DVD for those of you who've been watching this one, but it's great to have. Let's take a look at the disc. Disc 1 has Bugs Bunny's classics, includes one of the best cartoons I actually watched. The Hair Force, Hair Remover, Hair Tonic, Hair Grows in Manhattan. I also remember this is from a Wabbit Turns 50 TV special. Easter Eggs, which is a great Easter cartoon. The Wabbit Who Came to Suburb, that's a great print of this because it's a remastered version and it's still in public domain, which is a pretty good cartoon. Bowery Bugs, Homeless Hair, Case of the Missing Hair, which is also a good cartoon. It's still in the public domain. Acrobatic, it's a great. Actually, they have the remastered version. It did very well with that. This includes the remastered print of The Case of the Missing Hair, but it's completely remastered and still in public domain. Acrobatic Bunny, Waikiki Rabbit, a remastered print, still in public domain. Hairdo, Rebel Rabbit, Hillbilly Hair, good cartoons featured as part of the TV special called Bugs Bunny's Easter Funnies, and Duck Rabbit Duck with Elmer Fudd, Bugs Bunny, and Daffy. Very good. As well as the documentary from 1989 called Chuck-a-Muck and Behind the Tunes, a featurette, A Hunting We Will Go, Chuck Jones' Wabbit Season Trilogy from the Bugs Bunny Show. Vault's The Honey Mousers, which is a very, very good cartoon. The Honey Mousers was a knockoff of the Honeymooners television show. Yeah, they just using those actors like Ralph Cramden and Jackie Gleason and the others. If you love the Honeymooners, you should try the Honey Mousers. I always loved the Honeymooners very much. A great, great show. Plus, bridging sequence, the Bullet Point Puns audio recording session. Disc 2 also has cartoon caricatures and parodies. And this one includes Daffy Duck in Hollywood, Hollywood Capers, Coconut Grove, Porky's Road Race. The words are from Cuckoo's, She Was an Acrobat Daughter, The Film Fan, Speaking of the Weather, excellent great cartoon, I've never watched it, Thugs with Dirty Mugs, Goofy Groceries, Swooner Crooner, a great cartoon, Whitio Wabbit, The Honey Mousers. It's as I said, a rip-off of the Honeymooners. It's a take on the Honeymooners TV show with Ralph Cramden and Audrey Meadows, Art Carney, and the others. The Last Hungry Cat. It's a very good cartoon with Tweety and Sylvester, and The House That Jack Built. And also the bonus features, What's Up Doc, the Salute to Bugs Bunny, the first half of the special. Behind the Tunes, Bosco, Buddy, and the Best of Black and White as a featurettes, as well as fine-tuning the restoring the Warner Brothers cartoons. And from the vault, It's Got Me Again. And this one is from the vault, It's Got Me Again, which is another good cartoon, and Sinking in the Bathtub, the very first Warner Brothers cartoon released in 1930, starring Bosco the Ink Kid. This was 2 years after Walt Disney's very first cartoon with Mickey Mouse called Steamboat Willie from 1928. That was actually prior to Sinking in the Bathtub, which was also the very first Looney Tunes short, which was released 2 years after Walt's first cartoon they ever did. But, anyways, it's a great cartoon. I watched it. It was good. And here is Disc 3, Porky and the Pigs. The first one is I Haven't Got a Hat, which was the very first appearance of Porky Pig, when he was fat at the time, and then skinnier in the later cartoons. Porky's Romance, Porky's Party, Porky in Egypt. These are all the original black and white cartoons. Pigs is Pigs, Pigs in the Polka, Porky Pig's Feet, Daffy Duck Slipped Here, Bye Bye Bluebird, and Egg Scrambled, Robin Hood Daffy, The Windblown Hair, Claws for Alarm, and Rocket Squad. And this first one, the second, I think is pretty cool. If you think it has more bonus features, has the 1990 documentary What's Up Doc, A Salute to Bugs Bunny, in the second half. Behind the Tunes, featurette, Tish Tash, The Animated World of Frank Tashlin, From the Vault, The Bear That Wasn't, Point Rationing of Food, and Porky's Party Storyboard Reel. And of course, disc number 4 also has All-Star Cartoon Party. That includes Daffy Duck and the Dinosaur, a completely remastered print of that. And it's also still in public domain. Super Rabbit, Daffy Duck and Egghead with the original titles. And actually, that's pretty cool. The Gruesome Twosome, which was Tweety's last cartoon for Bob Clampett before they joined Sylvester in there. And this was Tweety's last cartoon without Sylvester before, which is this was one of Tweety's last of the prototype Tweety cartoons, A Gruesome Twosome. And of course, Drafty Daffy, which is kind of like a propaganda cartoon from the 1945. Remember that one with where Daffy decided to go into the draft board? Yeah, they try to stay away from them. Well, that's pretty funny. Falling Hair, very good cartoon. That's still also great remastered copy, still in public domain. Steel Wool, Birds Anonymous, which is won an Oscar for the best short. Then No Barking, Rabbit Punch, good one. An Inch in Time, which is it has a suicide thing at the end of the cartoon. I seen Channel 9 showing in the Channel 9 airing of the Bugs and Daffy Hour and Bugs and Daffy and Friends. Yeah, they used the 1939 opening, but they used the wrong opening sequence and they just used it as a 1941 opening. But no, not that one, but that's on there. But but it has the suicide. Yeah, it has the gun commit that shoots the hat. Yeah, that has the cat at the end of the cartoon that the cat was trying to commit suicide. That's also that when it was originally intact on Channel 9. But both the TNT, TBS showing and Cartoon Network showings cuts off at the very end. It's great to have this in uncut. This is the uncut version, but it's great, and it's still in public domain. Audible Kitty, which was the first appearance of Pepe Le Pew. Walkie Talkie Hawkie, which was the first appearance of Foghorn Leghorn, which is nominated for an Oscar. Gonzales Tamales, and To Beep or Not to Beep. And of course, also as another bonus feature includes Filbert, the TV pilot, the optional commentary track by some people, Behind the Tunes, featurette, The Charm of Stink on the stint of Pepe Le Pew, the Looney Tunes Goes to War, Strictly for the Birds, Tweety and Sylvester, Oscar-winning team-ups, From the Vault, Falling Hair, Storyboard Reel, Rumors, and then two of the cartoons that were featured, Snapfooperman and Spies, are the actual two cartoon shorts that featured Snafu, or what they call Private Snafu, to be exact. A very excellent cartoon to add. And there you have it, my Volume 3 of the Golden Collection. Next we have Volume 4 of the Golden Collection. Very good. Has 60 more cartoons in the series, but in the set are all 60 cartoons. Yep, has shiny gold on the cover. Yep, it's that little bit of gold on the cover. The Restored, Remastered, Uncut Looney Tunes Volume 4. It's got all the bonus features in here. And I like that. It has the good extras on there, but this is very good. It says, the Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 4 is intended for the adult collector and may not be suitable for children. That's also on there. And these also has the bonus features are on here, so I'm getting into it right there. Disc number 1 features the Bugs Bunny's favorites. Roman Legion Hare, Greyhound Hare, Rabbit Hood, Operation Rabbit, Nightmare Hare, Southern Fried Rabbit, Mississippi Hare, Hurdy-Gurdy Hare, Forward March Hare, Sahara Hare, Barberry Coast Bunny, Tahara's Human, 8-Ball Bunny, Nighty Night Bugs, which I won an Oscar for the best short, Rabbit Romeo. Disc number 2, these are all the still pictures on there. Disc number 2 is The Dash of Tashlin, The Case of the Stuttering Pig, then Little Pancho Vanilla, Little Bew Porky, Now That Summer's Gone, Porky in the North Woods, You're in Education, Porky's Railroad. That's a great, originally, this is the original black and white version of Porky's Railroad, but there was a redrawn version appeared on the VHS tape. It was featured on one of the public domain tapes, but this is great to see the original black and white copy of Porky's Railroad. It's remastered, and it's remastered, still in public domain. Plain Daffy, it's very good. Along with that, Porky the Fireman, Cracked Ice, Puss in Booty. This was the last of the Looney Tunes short in black and white. As I said, this one, yep, Puss in Booty came out in 1943, and this was also the very last Looney Tunes short released in black and white. And then there was actually a redrawn version of that exists somewhere on one of the VHS tapes, as well as probably from Little Lulu VHS, which was a redrawn version of Puss in Booty. And of course, but then when it appeared on television, it was distributed by Sunset Productions and Guile Films. That was when they made this one in 1943. Yeah, because Guile Films acquired the television rights to the early Looney Tunes Merry Melody shorts from the early 30s and into the early 40s. I think Guile Films acquired the Merry Melodies black and white cartoons from 1931 through 34, and of course acquired the Looney Tunes black and white cartoons from like 1930 through 1943. That's when they distribute it for television syndication by Guile Films. And then they just plastered the opening and closings that actually had them with the characters all around them surrounded. That was on the television prints. But you can find them on YouTube as well. That's pretty kind of rarity. You can see it. I Got Plenty of Muddin', Booby Hatch, Porky's Poetry Plant, and Stupid Cupid. The Stupid Cupid has no relation to the song by Connie Francis. Here's disc number 3, Speedy Gonzales and a Flash. Cattails for 2, Tabasco Road, Tortilla Flaps. Cattails for 2 was the first appearance of Speedy Gonzales. And I forgot to say. Mexicali Smooth, Here Today, Gone Tamale, West of the Pestos. Oh yes, Mexicali Smooth was also nominated for an Oscar for the Best Cartoon. And of course, Tabasco Road also nominated for an Oscar for the Best Short. West of Pestos, Canary Woe, The Pied Piper of Guadalupe, which was also nominated for an Oscar. Mexican Borders, Chilly Weather, A Message to Gracias, Nuts and Volts, also a great one. Pancho's Hideaway, The Wild Chase, which is also the only cartoon to feature Sylvester and Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner together, which is featured an all-star cast that included there. And A Hunting We Will Go. Wild Chase was also from 1964, I think to be exact. And disc number 4 has Kitty Corner. Includes The Night Watchman, Conrad the Sailor, Sourpuss, The Aristocat. Has no relation to a Disney cartoon came out because the Aristocat never had. It's actually a good cartoon, but it has no relation to the animated movie for Disney. Do Re Meow, Pizzicato Pussycat, Kiss Me Cat, Cat Feud, The Unexpected Pest, Go Fly a Kit, Kitten in the Kitten, A Peck of Trouble, Mouse in Garden, Porky's Poor Fish, and Swallow the Leader. No relation to Following the Leader from Peter Pan. Here's the disc. Has disc 1. This was one of the first of the other 3 Golden Collection sets that had this, which is like overlapping the disc. This one has Bugs Bunny on disc 1, Porky Pigs on disc 2, Speedy Gonzales on disc 3, and Wile E. Coyote's on disc number 4. As you can see, I had to take this out, for example. Yep, it has a little thing behind him. It has the silhouette of other characters. It's in there, but just to let you know. And this one has all the bonus features. Bugs Bunny's Favorites. This one has the 1975 documentary, the first half of Bugs Bunny Superstar, Behind the Tunes featurette, Twilight in Tunes, the music of Raymond Scott, Powerhouse in Pictures, 50 Years of Bugs Bunny in 3.5 minutes, from the Bugs Bunny Show Vaults, ballpoint puns, bridging sequence, Foreign Legion Leghorn, with the audio recording sessions, and Bugs Bunny's All-Star Review theatrical trailer, and the Bugs Bunny's Cartoon Carnival, the 2 theatrical trailers that were originally shown to theaters. These are all separate cartoon shorts are included there. Disc number 2 has a Dash for Tashlin, includes the second half of Bugs Bunny Superstar, the new 2006 short Porky and Daffy in the William Tell Overture. This is one of the only time they ever produced in 2006. I never watched this yet. Frank Tashlin storybook, Little Chicks, Wonderful Mother, Tony and Clarence from the Vault, censored. The Gold Brick, the Gold Brick and the Home Front. Disc 3 also has Speedy Gonzales in there. In this, Frizz on Film, a new biographical profile of animation legend Frizz Freeling from the Vault. Drafty, isn't it? 90 Days Wondering. And disc number 4, Kitty Cornered, from the Tunes featurette, includes Art of the Gag, the Looney Tunes Case of 1,000 One-Hit Wonders, Sing-Along of Looney Tunes, Wild Lines, Art of Voice Acting. And then from the Vaults, once again, Porky's Breakdowns, Porky's Poor Fish Storyboard Reel, Sahara Hair Storyboard Reel. This is a very good, interesting one. This is also from 2006, to be exact. Actually, it's a great, great addition to your collection. And there you have it. Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 4. Next we have is Volume 5 of the Golden Collection DVD. Very good. If you like these, this is a very good cartoon to have. These are included, remastered and uncut, the Fabulous Volume 5. It's got a whole bunch of bonus features are also on there. That's a pretty good, interesting cartoons. All of these are in there, but look at that. See? You can see the covers right there, but look at that. It's pretty interesting. Look at that. Daffy was, fell flat. Oh my gosh. It's a very good thing to look at. I'm going to give you a list of here. Disc 1 also has, look at all these still galleries here. These are all stills from previous Looney Tunes shorts, but these were included there. Disc 1 includes Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, 14 Karat Rabbit, Alibaba Bunny, I remember that one, Buccaneer Bunny, this is one I remember that cartoon as well, but Bugs Bonnets, A Star is Born, Pest in a House, Transylvania 65000, which has nothing to do with Glenn Miller's Pennsylvania 65000. I think the Flicker 98 should know that. Oily Hair, Stupor Duck, which is also featured in the movie Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island. The Stupor Salesman, The Abominable Snow Rabbit. That cartoon was featured in the movie Daffy Duck's Quackbusters. The Super Snooper, The Upstanding Sitter, Hollywood Daffy, and You Will Never Duck Ear. You Were Never Duck Ear, that's one to be exact. The 2000 documentary, Chuck Jones, Extreme In-Betweens, A Life of Animation, the first half of the special. From the Bugs Bunny Show Vaults, That Time Story, Bridging Sequence, What's Up Dog, Audio, Recording Sessions. And then Bugs Bunny Show with Commercial Gallery with introduction by historian Jerry Beck. Disc 2 also featured fun-filled fairy tales. These are included, Bewitched Bunny, and that's a pretty good one, with Witch Hazel in there. Paying the Piper, The Bear's Tale, Fawny Fables. That's a great cartoon. I remember that one is on one of the VHS tapes. That's also a remastered version still in public domain. Goldilocks and the Three Cats, Holiday for Shoestrings, Little Red Rodent Hood, Little Red Walking Hood, Red Riding Hoodwink, which is a great cartoon, featured as part of the Bugs Bunny's third movie, 1001 Rabbit Tales. The Trial of Mr. Wolf, Turntail Wolf, Tom Thumb's in Trouble, which is a pretty good cartoon. It's kind of more like a Disney-style cartoon to look at. I don't know for those of you who've been wondering, I'll just hold on for, pardon me for interrupt for a moment here, but I'm just going to go through this. I'm just going through a few things, to be exact. According to the Disney Films book by Leonard Maltin, what it's according to. Yeah, according to the book of the Disney Films by none other than Leonard Maltin, Warner Bros. Cartoon Department had no thoughts of doing a feature, but they did not make one typically serious short, Tom Thumb's in Trouble, which is clearly patterned after a Disney style and even had an original song. Several years later, Snow White was parodied more pointedly in Bob Clampett's Cold Black and the Seven Dwarfs, which a lightning-paced cartoon usually deliberately outraged black stereotypes. This one's never appeared on any DVD or anything whatsoever. You could watch Cold Black and the Seven Dwarfs on YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of interesting thought on that. It's kind of like a Disney-style-esque animated short. Tom Thumb's in Trouble. It's kind of sort of like a Disney-esque animated short, to be exact. Kind of like they took their style from it. Well, and then, of course, I'll continue. Tweety and the Beanstalk, which is a take on Jack and the Beanstalk. The Gander and Mother Goose, and Senorita and the Glass Harak, or whatever that is. And there's also bonus features, the second half of the TV special, Extreme In-Betweens, A Life in Animation. And then the 2002 featurette, Chuck Jones Tutorial, Tricks of the Cartoon Trade. And Behind the Tunes featurette, Once Upon a Looney Tunes, Drawn to Life, The Art of Robert McKimson. And there's disc number 3, putting a Bob Clampett on it. That also has Called Arms, Buckaroo Bugs. It's a very good cartoon. It was actually, Buckaroo Bugs was the first Bugs Bunny cartoon to have a Looney Tunes series. I think that's actually the first Looney Tunes series to have Bugs Bunny in there instead of Merry Melodies. Crazy Cruise, Farm Frolics, Hair Ribbon, Patient Porky, Prehistoric Porky, The Bashful Buzzard. That's one of the cartoons. The Old Gray Hair, The Waikiki Wabbit. I also remember the Old Gray Hair was featured as part of the final segment in Bugs Bunny Superstar from 1975. The Waikiki Wabbit. That's also a great cartoon. Beautifully restored, beautifully remastered, and still public domain. The Wisecracking Duck, Waggin' Heels with Porky Pig, The Daffy Doc, which is Bugs and Porky's cartoon together, Tale of Two Kitties, and Porky's Pooch. Bonus features includes Behind the Tunes featurette, Wacky Warner One-Shots, The Real American Zero, The Adventures of Private Snafu, From the Vault, Hair Ribbon, Director's Cut, Bashful Buzzard, Storyboard Reel, Bashful Buzzard's original opening music cue, alternate Milt Franklin opening themes with an introduction, of course, Private Snafu's shorts and created for the U.S. Army Signal Corps, Coming with Private Snafu and Gripes. Mr. Hook shorts created for the U.S. Navy, The Good Egg, The Return of Mr. Hook, and Tokyo Woes. And disc number 4 also has Alpine Antics, Eating in the Cuff, The Moth Who Came to Dinner. A great cartoon, Milk and Honey. I Got to Sing a Torch Song, Porky and the Crocodero. Very good. Polar Pals, Scrap Happy Daffy, Porky's Double Trouble, Gold Diggers of 1949, Pilgrim Porky, Wisecracks, Porky's Preview. This is a great cartoon. This is a black and white cartoon, black and white Porky Pig cartoon, remastered, public domain. Porky's Papa, Wally Smoke, and What Price Porky. Yeah, this is even better than compared to these awful redrawn ones, as well as the colorized versions were alright, but the redrawn versions really sucked because all these cartoons, they were originally black and white, but I am sick with the this is better than the crappy redrawn ones. You know, when I was a kid, I used to watch all these cartoons, but these were badly redrawn. I see horribly redrawn versions of this cartoons on YouTube. I have no idea that this is bad to watch a redrawn Porky Pig cartoon because they took the original elements of the black and white, but then redid it in Korea with Korean animators, and they tried to make it look bad. Yeah, they try to look very bad for this cartoon because it sucks in color. They try to butcher the opening credits or the opening closing titles, and that's stupid. Yeah, I don't like the way they did that. That didn't make any sense because of that. Because all of these Porky Pig shorts are in black and white, but that one, this is way better than I have never seen any of the black and white Looney Tunes shorts before because, yeah, I hate the redrawn versions. Really sucks. Yeah, the redrawn version's not as great because, yeah, they were in color. That's stupid. The lack of color that wasn't introduced until probably in the Looney Tunes series wasn't even introduced in color until probably 1942. That's stupid for poorly. Yeah, blame the Korean animators for making this poorly redrawn, retraced animation because it's stupid. And then there's also bonus features. New featurette, Unsung Maestros, the director's tribute. Along with 3 Looney Tunes television specials. Bugs and Daffy's Carnival of the Animals, Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales, Bugs Bunny's Bustin' All Over. As you can tell, the disc. Here's disc 1, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pigs on disc number 2. Disc number 3 is Daffy Duck, and Tweety and Sylvester's on disc number 4. So I have to take this out and see what it looks like with no disc. Got some, yep, has more elements. Look at that. These are all stills from other Looney Tunes shorts that were in there. pretty good cartoon. Great DVD to have in my collection. And that's a very good one. So, there you go. My Looney Tunes Golden Collection, Volume 5. And now for my final volume in the set. This last volume in this Golden Collection set is Volume 6, with over 60 cartoon shorts are included on this set. And this one, I believe, this was the last volume in the Golden Collection set. This is a very interesting cartoon to complete the select collection. And it says restored and remastered, with lots of bonus extras are also in there, to be exact. And I'm going to show this volume it's a pretty good cartoon. Yeah, you can see it's different cover artwork. It looks a little more patriotic. It's very excellent stuff. It's kind of like they use some of its war themed and using elements from that. And this is kind of like it looked to make it more a lot patriotic, but I'm patriotic too. So let's go to this disc, shall we? Looney Tunes All-Stars on disc number 1 includes Hair Trigger, To Duck or Not to Duck, which is a great cartoon. Remastered, public domain. Birth of the Notion, My Little Duckaroo, remastered in black from that horribly redrawn version. Great to see it in black and white. Yep, original black and white cartoon, remastered, public domain. Growing Pains, original opening titles, remastered, public domain. Raw Rooster, Heaven Sent, My Favorite Duck, it's also featured in Bugs Bunny Superstar. Jumpin' Jupiter, Satan's Waitin', Hook, Line, and Stinker. And that's also a good cartoon that has, yeah, it's kind of like they had there was no Carl Stalling or Mel Franklin. They brought in another musical arranger to do music for Dennis the Menace and Gumby cartoons, rather than that. Bare Feet, Doggone South, Ham in the Row, Orphan and Orphan. That's a pretty good one. And then there's also bonus features. 2 TV specials, Bugs Bunny and King Arthur's Court, and Daffy Duck's Easter Excitement. Those two of them are originally aired on both of these specials are originally aired on CBS. There, as well as 4 additional cartoons: Boyhood Days, Hippity Hopper, Rabbit Rampage, which was a take on Duck-a-Muck, which is a good one. I liked it better than Duck-a-Muck, but this is good. Sniffles Takes a Trip, which is a Sniffles cartoon. And you can see he has all these like wartime advertisements. Defense Needs Tunes, Buy a Share in America, It's a Plain Horse Sense, Act Think Looney, Don't Let It Happen Here, Your Production Must Prevent It. Disc number 2 has Her Meets Hair, Russian Rhapsody, Daffy the Commando, a lot better than that, completely remastered, completely public domain. Yep, it has. This is like it turns out to be a wartime propaganda cartoon. Daffy the Commando, which is probably a propaganda cartoon. Yep, it has some Hitler reference at the end. Has some kind of like they use Adolf Hitler's references at the end of the cartoon. That's pretty interesting to watch. But if you've seen Watch Waddle's review of this, go check that out. Go check out Watch Waddle's review of Daffy the Commando. You would like it. Bosco the Doughboy, Rookie Review, remastered, public domain. The Draft Horse, Wacky Blackout, The Ductators, very good cartoon. That actually has a propaganda theme. The Wiki Reporter, Fifth Column Mouse, very good cartoon. There was actually a cartoon. I also have this is on the 2005 DVD release of Herman and Friends, which actually has a horrible print of that cartoon, but it's great to have the original. Great to have the remastered print of this. It's pretty good. It's great to see it. It's also still in public domain. Meet John Doughboy, Hollywood Canine Canteen, By Word of Mouth, Her Conditioned, and Yankee Doodle. A very good cartoon. Plus some bonus features includes Fritz Freeling at MGM Shorts Gallery, The Captain's Christmas, Day at the Beach, Mama's New Hat, and Poultry Pirates and Seal Sinkers, including 3 additional shorts: Confusion of a Nutsy Spy, The Fighting of the 69th, and Hop and Go. And here's disc 3, Bosco, Buddy, and Merry Melodies. And here's what the poster would look like. America Calling. Take your place in civilian defense. Give him both barrels. And Mice in the War. We can't win without them. And also it includes all of these 15 cartoon shorts were all black and white. These are all early Looney Tunes Merry Melodies cartoons. But at the time, when television, when in the 1950s, when TV took over, they showed all the original 15 cartoons that were distributed for television by none other than Sunset Productions and Guile Films, which was actually did many of the early Looney Tunes black and white cartoons, as well as the late 30s, early 40s black and white Looney Tunes shorts that were also distributed by the company Sunset Productions and Guile Films. These were all included there with the original titles intact. Congo Jazz, Smile Down Your Smile, which is a knockoff of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, to be exact. And yeah, those are a few of the cartoons. These were some of the many of the cartoons that had that Mickey and Minnie Mouse wannabes. That's kind of like a rip-off of Mickey and Minnie. The Bonds Hangs High, One More Time, Bosco's Picture Show, which was also the only cartoon. This was also the first cartoon to have swearing in there, but yes, I have seen this cartoon because it has a use of an F word that was in there in this cartoon, where Bosco says the dirty F. I don't want to say the word. That's what this was the only time Bosco says the F word in the cartoon. I was like that. It is enjoyable, but could be exact. It's not like it's kid friendly, but it's not too family friendly. But it's kind of a good one, but it's gonna be exact. You don't know what you're doing. We're in the money. Right 'em, Bosco. Shuffle off the buffalo. Bosco in person. The dish ran away with the spoon. Buddy's Day Out. Buddy's Beer Garden. And Buddy's Circus and the Cartoonist Nightmare. Those are part of the Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon shows. But I remember I used to watch Nickelodeon where they showed all the Looney Tunes shorts that were part of Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon back in the 1990s. The bonus features includes The World of Leon Schlesinger featurette gallery, introduction by Martha Squall and Jerry Beck, Crying for the Carolines, Haunted Gold title sequence, Schlesinger's Productions Christmas Party, and then 4 bonus shorts includes How Do I Know It's Sunday, I Like Mountain Music, I Love a Parade, and Sitting on the Backyard Fence. Disc number 4, Most Requested Assorted Nuts and One-Shots. These were included Horton Hatches the Egg, which is a great cartoon, which is based off a story by Dr. Seuss. This was another book to Horton Hears the Who. There was a television special from 1970 to be exact. It wasn't. Yeah, Horton Hears the Who wasn't appeared in any cartoon until 1970 when it was used as the television special. And yes, Horton Hatches the Egg was the cartoon that was based on the story by Dr. Seuss, the one who did The Cat in the Hat, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and many others. Light's fantastic. Fresh Airedale. That's a great remastered cartoon. I have seen it in a remastered form. I saw it on YouTube because, yeah, I remember I used to watch on Channel 9 years ago. They show a horrible print of Fresh Airedale, but it's as part of the television show, but it's not as great. But it's great to have it on DVD. It's remastered once again. Chowhound, The Oily American, It's Hummer Time. It's Hummer Time! Rocket Bye Baby, Go Go Goliath, Wildlife, Much Ado About Nuttin', The Whole Idea, Now Hear This. This was also the very first cartoon to feature the abstract Warner Brothers opening and closing titles, but it wouldn't appear until, this was from 1962, but the opening sequence never appeared until 1964, and it continued all the way through 1969. It was part of the Warner Brothers 7 Arts era. And that's pretty about it. Towards the end of its, kind of like the end of its run from probably 1969. Marching Through Georgia, Page Miss Glory, and Norman Normal from 1967. And there's a poster on it that says, He eats a ton of year, food for freedom, your farm can help. Toon Scraps builds destroyers, and for defense by U.S. savings bonds and stamps. Kind of like that one. It's pretty cool. And here's the disc itself. Yep, I know. Yeah, look, the case looked like a little bit broken there, so yeah, a little bit broke off. So it's as you probably noticed, yeah, the case is a bit broke off, but when I got it. So I'm just going to show you the disc. Disc 1 has Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd's Disc 2, Bosco's on Disc 3, and Daffy Duck's on Disc 4. And here's what it looks like without the disc. Yep, it has a nice illustration of fighting in the war and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, look at all that stuff. This is pretty interesting to see. It's like fighting with King Kong, or whatever that is. That's a very interesting cover art. Nicely artwork being done. Here's disc number, and here it is. And there you go. My last volume of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. And this has become the fitting conclusion to the Looney Tunes Golden Collection series. And it's a very good one. This is a very interesting one to have, but it's good to see many other cartoons that I have in there, but I haven't had a chance to watch it, but there you go. If you haven't seen it, you should check that out. So there you go. My Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 6, the very last volume in the series. And all says it all. There you have it. The entire Looney Tunes Golden Collection DVD sets. And I am keeping this as well. But it's a great cartoon to have in my collection. It's a great DVD. It has lots of bonus features. It's pretty cool to have. It's an excellent idea to make it. I'm sure I am happy to have it. So that's it for now for my Golden Collections. And my next video will be coming up is the Spotlight Collections. So I will talk to you again in my next video. See you later.